Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to install Python. So just stay with me so you can install Python and start your first programming journey with me. Alright, the first thing you need to do is open your web browser. Alright, now the next thing you have to do is just type here python.org, www.python.org. And this is the official web page for Python which we declared in the last video. Now just click at downloads and click at download Python 3.10.5, and this is your download link. Alright, so just in the download, now I'm going to download it. So not gonna take that much time. Alright, once you've downloaded, just click that file and open that exe file, the setup file for Python. And the screen should be something like this. This is our Python 3.10 setup screen, should look like. So now just click at customize installation. Now just select everything and then select next. Select your customized folder and install it. So I've already installed it, so I'm not gonna install it, but you have to do everything and just install it. You can use your default location or just change it to browser, whatever you want. So I'm not gonna install it because I've already installed it, so I'm just gonna click at cancel. Alright, so once you've actually installed Python, the next thing you have to do is actually see if it actually installed or not. So for that, let's just go here and let's just open your terminal. No, I'm gonna open my terminal. It's taking a little while. And I'll open the terminal. Now this is my terminal. Just click at, just type Python Python and click enter. If you have installed correctly, this will show something like this. Now this is where you can run Python directly from your command lines, else you can do it from a custom editor, which I'm going to show later in this video. Alright, so this is for checking that if it actually installed or not. You can actually run this by just going to your window key and type Python. And as you can see, this is Python 3.10 and Python 3.10 model docs and everything. Okay. The next thing I wanted to do is download an editor for actually running Python programs. So I already have some editors, but I'm going to show you how to download it. Alright, so what I recommend you to use is PyCharm as your editor. You can also use Sublime Text, VS Code, and Atom if you want so. But in this video, I'm gonna tell you to use actually PyCharm because PyCharm is much better. So we're gonna start by downloading PyCharm. So okay. Alright, so let's just get back to our web browser. So I will tell you to actually download PyCharm. So I'm going to tell you to download PyCharm as the recommended Python editor because it's really good for doing Python programming. So just go to web browser and then just search with PyCharm. And this is what you're gonna see: PyCharm, the Python ID for professional developers, by www.getbrains.com. Now just click at it. Alright, so once you open it and it's loading a little, my internet might be slow. Okay. Alright, so once you get into the website of getbrains.com, just click at, this is the PyCharm, which I paid the link. Now just click at download, and it's going to start you downloading later. Alright, so this is the next web page. Now, if you have your edu account or you have a student account which is registered, you can actually download the professional PyCharm IDE and activate the student membership. So it will just give you a professional PyCharm IDE with much more features. But if you are a new Python developer, then you can just, for now I'm just going to try the community edition. So you can just click at download community. So the professional edition is needed for student account, but if you don't have it, you have to buy the professional edition. So I'm just going to get the free build ORI open source community edition PyCharm. Alright, so and this is, thank you for downloading PyCharm. This is what you're gonna see, and after a short amount of time this will start to download. Okay, you can also click by the direct link. So this here, I'm just gonna download the PyCharm community edition and just hold while it's downloading. Right, so it's gonna take a little while to download since it's like 300 MB. Alright, so once you've downloaded, just open that exe file, the setup file. So the file is opening, and it should be opening in a short time. Perfect. So it will say, please wait while we set up PyCharm. Now it's gonna open your administrator access. Just click yes. Alright, now it's gonna open this setup window. Just click on next, and this will be used to just click next and browse it. Click everything right here and just click at install, but I've already installed it, so I'm not gonna install it one more time. Alright, so once you've actually downloaded an editor, it's time for you to run your first Python script. So for that, just for testing it, so let's just open our PyCharm. Let's just open our PyCharm. Let's just, I'm actually using PyCharm Professional Edition, so you can do it if you want so. So I'm just gonna open the PyCharm Professional Edition. Alright, it's taking time to open. Alright, so once you open PyCharm, it should look like this, but these things shouldn't be there. So what I'm gonna do is just create a new project so we can work on. So you might or might not have any project, so let's just create a new project. So now there will be multiple options. Okay, there are multiple options like Python, Django, Fast API, Flask, Google App Engine, Pyramid, and lots of more. So I'm just gonna name this and just let's just name this project. We're gonna name this as Python dash tutorial dash for beginners. This will be our Python location. Now what I'm gonna do is just simply click at create. So now my PyCharm should look a little bit different from your PyCharm because you've just installed it, and I've already installed it like really long time ago. I'm just gonna configure it. Alright, so Okay, so just gonna open our virtual environment right now. Once you actually started this would look like this. Now just this is your project manager, which is more likely a file manager. Now just this is null because you have I actually create a simple file. So by executing Python program for a file, what you need to do is actually make a .py file if you don't do it. So you have to make a .py file and execute it from the, you can execute it from the command line and also from the editor. I'm going to show you the both system to run it from the command line as well as the editor. So we're going to see everything. All right. So let's just get back to our screen. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is create, just right click here and create a new Python file. This is a Python file. Click on it and you should see a new Python file small window here. Just make it a name. So I'm gonna name this as main.py. So this is what it should look like. Now the fonts and colors might be different because it's a different PyCharm than you guys are using, so but it's common to everything just by the color changes, that's all. So for seeing that actually a basic if it's working or not, so let's just run a sample command which will show us a text saying hello world. So let's just type print, open the brackets, and there's double quotes, and inside this double quotes just type hello world. Alright, once you've executed the program, once you've actually typed it, now just right click your file which you just written on, just click at run main, and at the time when you run it, this is going to see on this small terminal. So I'm just going to show you how to execute this Python files from a terminal in other videos, but for now this is how you can run a Python file. So this is it. So this is how you can install and set up your IDE for Python development. I'm going to see you in the next video where we talk about Python in more details and start coding.